Welcome to Mission Ready Society. I'm your host, Orrin Price, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build your own off-grid data center, or as some people like to call it, decentralized internet. This essentially will allow you to access a bunch of information, videos, whatever you would like, essentially, without having to connect to the internet. This is great for if you find yourself where you can't connect to the internet, or if the grid goes down either in your local area or nationwide per se, then you can access a bunch of this valuable information and records and videos very easily, and you can essentially have it right at your fingertips, and it allows you to be prepared for any situation that you might find yourself in where you aren't able to access the internet. All right, so the only items that you're going to need for today's video are a laptop and some sort of external hard drive, SD card or flash drive, essentially something that can store files onto it. Now, something that you're gonna learn throughout this video is that there's no like real such thing per se as like off-grid internet, right? So the internet is the internet, but essentially what I'm showing you in this video is how to build like a data center. So instead of it being like the internet without obviously being connected to the internet, this is essentially like building your own, we'll say, server per se, where you can just basically download whatever material or information that you want to download that you can then access without the internet. So instead of it being per se like off-grid internet, right, it is more of like the ability to access information without internet. So I guess in theory it kind of is like your own off-grid internet, but it's more of like an off-grid data center, and that's why I'm calling it this in this video. But yeah, essentially now that we have our storage device, you can essentially go as big as or as small as you'd like with this. I chose to go on the a little bit more expensive side, the little bit larger size. This hard drive is 4 terabytes. So that's a very large amount of space. You don't have to go that big, you can go smaller. You also can, like I said, you can use a flash drive, you can use an SD card, essentially anything that can hold files. So again, if you want to go more expensive, if you want to go cheaper, if you want more storage, if you want less storage, it's kind of up to your discretion, So just choose what's going to suit you best for whatever your situation is. Now, I would like to mention that there is a few companies that are out there that kind of do this, but what is important to note is that some of them are expensive. So I know there's a company out there called Gridbase, which is a great company. They have a great product. Personally, I don't have it, but it is on the more of the expensive side, running about, I believe, $300 or so. So this is essentially kind of a cheap alternative, and I do know that there are other companies that have like free information, like you can download essentially this program, and it gives you the ability to access this information offline, essentially what I'm showing you how to do, right? And they are free, but the only thing with those is that they allow you to only access per se like educational information or information along those lines, which is great and all, but what I'm showing you how to do is essentially you can access like whatever you put on this is whatever you can access. So you can, anything that you could possibly download can go onto this. So YouTube videos, PDFs, documents, whatever, whatever you can download can go onto this. Obviously you have to use your common sense and not get yourself in trouble. Obviously this is for your personal use, and this is not for you to distribute and sell, because that would be illegal. So that's not what we're doing. This is for your own personal use and for you becoming a prepared individual. All right, so I have switched over to my laptop now, and I'm going to be showing you essentially how to, add stuff to your hard drive, and create folders and do all those sorts of things. So first that I'm going to show you, is how to essentially download videos and add them to your hard drive. And there's this website called archive.org, or Internet Archive, and essentially this is all, public domain videos, and a bunch of other things that you can find. As you can see, they got books and they got audios and there's podcasts and games and movies and whatnot are all on this website, but they're public domain, so that means that they are free to use essentially. So you can come here and you can, find videos that you like, that you find useful, to your, preparedness situation, or that you find useful to becoming prepared. So for this example, I essentially just typed in food storage during a power outage, um, and it only came up with these two videos, but this one seems to suit what I'm looking for here. And now it's important to note that archive.org obviously isn't going to have as much of a broad spectrum as we'll say YouTube does. Um, but the thing about just downloading videos off of YouTube is that there's a lot of copyright, restrictions and violations that can be made. So it's best to just, stay away from that. Even though you are using this for, your personal use, it's just, best to use good practice. So that's where this website comes in handy. And essentially, you can find a video that you like, such as this
39
one,
degrees
you can watch it.
or below.
But then you're going to come down here where it says download options, and you should see a few different download options, and you just want to make sure that you don't select one that says MP3, because that essentially just means the audio file. So you'll get the audio from this video, but you won't get the actual video. So here you can see there's two options. There's H.264 and there's H.264 HD. I'm going to download the HD option. So I've clicked download, and now essentially we're just going to let this download for a little bit here. But while that's downloading, what we can do is we can open up one of these other websites that I have, and there's this website called Public Domain Movies, and a lot of these movies are very old on here, and you'll see that there's also a lot of ads on this website. But when you don't have access to Wi-Fi either, it's always good to have ways to keep yourself entertained, as well, on top of having your articles or your information for being prepared. So, you can come here to this public domain movies, and again, just like because of the YouTube thing, you want to come here to this website, that way you don't violate any copyright. But essentially, you can just come here, you find a movie that you like. So I've just clicked on this movie, House on the Haunted Hill, from 1959. And essentially, you can come here where it says download movie, and you just click on it. It's going to take a while, so I'm not going to download this movie because it would take a little bit of time to download this hour plus long video. But there's that. Once this is finished downloading here, this video, I'm going to show you how to take your downloaded video and add it to your hard drive or your storage device. So there's that. The video is downloaded. Now, essentially, we can come here, we can open our files, and obviously, it's important to make sure that your hard drive or your uh, storage device is plugged in, because obviously you can't add anything to it if it's not plugged into your laptop. So, but essentially, the video that we just downloaded is going to show up here. You can see I've downloaded it before, but for testing purposes. But the video that we just downloaded is going to show up here under your downloads folder, for your actual laptop. So now what we can do is you can scroll down here, and as you can see, I've named my hard drive off-grid data center. You can name it whatever you'd like to name it. That's just what I named it for this video. But again, we'll go downloads, and then essentially we can just take our video here. We can click on it, and we can drag it over to our off-grid data center. And as you can see, it's making a copy over to there, and you can see it's right here. Now, I've already created a folder within here called guides, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to move it to the guides folder. Now you can see that it's within our guides folder, but there's no specific folder for this topic per se. So I have a few empty folders here that I haven't named, but we're just going to come here, we're going to click new, we're going to click folder, and then we're just going to name this folder food storage, and there's that. And now we can just take this video and we can add it straight to this folder, and now it's within here. And now we can click on it and we can open it and we can watch our video
39
and gain the knowledge from that video. So one other thing that I want to mention to you real quick about archive.org that I touched on a little bit is all these different forms of media that they have. So again, you know, you can pretty much find anything on here. As you can see, there's all these different categories within the website. So, you know, I highly suggest coming here, browsing through, finding some stuff that you find either helpful or that you would like to use as entertainment. You know, again, there's all these different, you know, subcategories and categories and all sorts of stuff. And you as you can see, they even have classic PC games. So you can come here and you can download a game. What's important to mention though is you want to make sure that you download the correct file. So like here, you'd want to download the Windows executable folder, and then again it's gonna come in here and it's gonna pop up in your downloads, and then you're gonna take that and you're gonna drag it, and you're gonna copy it to your storage device, and add it to a folder or create a new folder. So yeah, again, I just suggest coming here, checking out what they have, and downloading some media. Now there's this website called manybooks.net. I just clicked on a book earlier, but essentially, you know, this is a website that allows you to download free ebooks. As you can see, there's some of these ebooks are, you know, you have to pay for, but there's tons of free ebooks on here, and you can just come here and you click free download. It's gonna make you sign in, so I won't do that for now, but you just click free download. You can read it online to check it out if you want to do that, and then it's just essentially the same process, rinse and repeat. You know, downloads, copy it to your storage device, add it to a folder. But now that I've showed you those two things, I want to show you this website because I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's also very important, and it's called TopoView. And essentially this is a website that allows you to download topographical maps, and maps are something that's very important to survival, to becoming prepared. You know, this is just one of those things that you kind of have to have. So you can come here to this website and you can click on pretty much any location within the United States that you would like to click on. I'm sure there's websites out there for other countries. I just haven't, you know, looked around because I live within the United States, so I haven't looked around. But you can click on any location within here, a city, the country, wherever, right? So for example, we'll use somewhere in New York, I guess. We'll come here to Catskill Park, and you just zoom in on whatever location you want, right? You click on that location, and it's going to give you all these maps on the right hand side of the screen. And now all of these maps are of the location that you have chose, and it's going to give you all these different maps for all these different dates, and they go back, some of them even into the 1800s. You can see that one's 1901. But here's the newest map that covers this area, and as you can see, it gives you this little red rectangle here, and essentially that's telling you, like, this is what the area that this map covers. So you click on, you know, the newest one per se, and you can click on the map and you can preview it in here, You can make this full screen. You can check it out, make sure that's what you want. But once you find a map that you want, you just click GeoPDF, right? And it's going to download a PDF essentially of this map, and you can click it and you can open it, right? It might open in your internet browser or essentially whatever PDF software that you have, but here's a PDF of that map. Now, just like everything else, we've downloaded this, so now it is going to show in our downloads folder here, right? Here's the map at the top that we have just downloaded. So now, just like everything else, we click on it, we drag it to our storage device. It makes a copy to our storage device from our laptop, and now as you can see, it's in here. I already have a maps folder, so we're going to add it to the maps folder, and I have a New York folder already because I live close by, so we just add it to the New York folder, and now it's in there. We can click on it and it opens in Adobe here. But there's essentially how you can download a map of pretty much anywhere in the United States, if not everywhere. So there's that. And again, maps are something that's very important to have. As you can see, like some of the maps cover large areas, but you can pretty much click wherever you want within the United States. So like we'll say New York City, even like here it shows you Staten Island. There's all sorts of stuff, right? If we want Manhattan, here's a map, shows you Brooklyn and part of Manhattan, and there's all of these different maps here. And so I mean, it shows you pretty much wherever you want to see. Like here's a map of Harlem, New Jersey, in this area from 1891. So again, important to have, and yeah, it's just one of those things. So now I'm going to open a new tab here, and hold on. Oops. Jesus, sorry. Okay, not what I wanted. But anyways, my recording thing's in the way, so I don't want to accidentally close it. But now essentially I'm going to show you just how to download an article that you find that you might want to download. So let's see here. Let's type in winter. We don't need that. Winter survival skills. And then what we can do is we can just type in PDF, right? And that's going to bring us up all these different PDFs. So like right here, here is Cold Weather Survival U.S. Army Survival Manual. And all of these like military manuals that you can find, they all have extremely great information. And a lot of them also have visuals, but this gives you a ton of information. So like snow cave shelters and snow trench shelters, right? Now let's say we read through this article and we determine that, okay, this is an article that I want a copy of, right? Or that I want to have in my data center. So it's pretty simple. You just come up here to the right hand side, you just click download, you click save, right? You open up your folder, you come to downloads, or sorry, I didn't go to downloads this time. Sometimes it'll go to downloads, sometimes it'll go to like your personal thing here, or usually you can just click on home, and home will give you the most recent things that you've downloaded. So as you can see right here is the PDF that we just downloaded. So we just take it, we copy it to our data center, makes a copy just like everything else, and now we have that in here. And now we can take it, we can drag it to our guides folder. We open this up, and there's no folder for this per se, so we create a new folder by clicking on new and folder, and then we'll just do cold weather, and we'll just name it that. I spelled weather wrong there, sorry. Spelled the other weather. Alright, so there's cold weather. So now we can just take it and we can just add it to our cold weather folder. And now here is the PDF. And now you can, you search up whatever skill or whatever document you want, and you can just, you find a PDF, you read through the PDF, you determine this is information that I want, and then you just click download, just like everything else, and then you add it to your data center here. So yeah, you can, this is, what is this, winter tip survival guide for cats. As you can see, there's tons of different information out there. Wasn't exactly looking for cats per se, but it's out there. But if you find a PDF on it, you just download it and you just add it to your data center. Thank you for watching today's video. I am recording this section of the video the next day because it was starting to get a little late, and I needed some rest. So here I am the following day, but I hope that you guys gained a new skill, or some valuable information, and you're able to now go and build your own data center, or kind of understand a little bit how it works now. Yeah, so that's pretty much it from me. I hope that you guys are successful in building your own data centers, and if you'd like to, feel free to let me know how it goes down in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one. Almost forgot to mention, so these websites that I showed you are just a few places that you are able to gain some information, or get some resources from. But I do want to mention that there's probably there's other places out there that you are able to access free public domain information. But these are just some websites that I think are good places. So feel free to look around. Do some of your own research or whatnot. But yeah. Now, I'll catch you in the next one.